So friends, we'll go for the last class of the optical properties. Okay, so that is lasers. What is this laser? Laser is nothing but light amplification, stimulated emission, radiation. So light amplified. So this is called amplification, amplified stimulated emission, uh, radiations. So here laser, I think we have used maximum of the lasers during PowerPoint presentation and all. We use this laser. So what is this? Is a luminescent solid. Luminescent solid where the excitations involves. So here the excitation of the active centers, fluorescent centers involves here by pumping the active centers, okay, into the excited state for a longer lifetime. So when we excite the active centers or atoms like this here, so we are exciting, and we should have the level where it stays for longer time. That is called as population inversion. This is very much important, okay, population inversion. So where maximum when the atom's active center is excited, okay, from excited state, so it comes to the metastable. This is called as metastable state, okay. So here it will have the longer time here, -3 -4 level, where most of the atoms gather here, active centers gather. This is called population inversion, and then they start coming to the ground state by emitting the radiations, okay. So one atom will come down, and that will be stimulated by the other atom, then other. This is called stimulated, and at a time they come one after the one. That means if this is an emission, so if one like this comes emitted, right, then it comes two, from two it comes three like this, from three it comes four like this, or like this. That's why it's called coherent radiation sometimes. So at a time slowly it comes, the emission radiation comes from. So during luminescent light emitted by one center stimulates the other in the decay of phase. So that's why with this what will happen, intense beam is going to form, pulse of radiations or coherent radiations is going to build up. So the first laser was formed by the ruby laser, okay. It is called as 3-level laser, ruby laser. So what it was found in 1960 by Memon, okay. So it is used in photography, surgery, okay, communication, etc. So what is this ruby lasers? So 3-level laser. So E1, E2, E2 and E3. So 3-level lasers will be there. So where you can see the host material is aluminum oxide, Al2O3. So this is a host material where the dope with 0.05% of chromium, Cr plus 3. Is it right? So this Cr plus 3 is been doped here. So this is very much important. This is a medium, okay. So this is a medium. So some of the Cr plus 3 is substituted by Al plus 3, and so this is octahedral structure, corundum structure here. And the doping of Cr2O3, the lower concentration gives red color and green color in the higher concentration. So it depends on the concentration of Cr2O3 doped into the Al2O3 host, okay. So like this the we are designing the ruby here. And what will happen here, you can see here the chromium is very important, ground state. So you can have the ground state level here, quadruplet A2, then quadruplet F2, F1. So the excited state, okay. Some energy is absorbed for this excitation, and the atom's active center will be excited to here, from here to here, okay. So from here they come to the E2 stage. This is a E2 stage where they remain for longer time, 10 to the power of -3 seconds, okay. So they remain all active like this, and once the time is over, then one by one they get stimulated and come down with emission of the rays, 1 2 3 4 like this, emission of the rays, and that comes to be around 6934 Armstrong. So higher wavelength, okay, higher wavelength. So larger energy, laser emission will come. That is a red light will come here. So that's why it is also called as 3-level mechanism. So from E1 to E2, from E1 to excited state to E2, that is metastable state, and from metastable to ground state with emission of the radiation, higher energy radiation, that is in the red region. So from the red region. So how it is been made? So ruby laser is made by this rod. This is called ruby rod. So 1 to 2 centimeter they are taking, 1 to 2 centimeter rod. The sometimes bigger also. It is big. It's a pocket type of lasers. Yeah, that's one application we can say. And this is xenon lamp here. So it has been connected to the helical structure of xenon lamp, okay. And these are having the two mirror here. So this is the silver coated mirror, 100%, which get, and this is a less 100% silver mirror only, but glass silver layer with less than 100%, not 100% accurately. So here emission takes place continuously. So when the xenon lamp is optical, this is called as optical pumping. So when optical pumping, pulse type of pumping will be given here, so what will happen? So the chromium plus 3 ions get excited, and when they come down they get emitted like this, and at the pulse we can get the, so during this process this will be heated, and that's why this is a cooling chamber. So here we can see it here. So this is a cooling chamber has been applied for this. Okay, so this is how the designed the ruby is been designed in this way. Okay, so here the one more thing, just if we change the host and the metal ion, so we one more laser is been very much in use, that is neodymium. So this also they will ask in the examination. So neodymium laser, so here the active center is what? Neodymium, like their chromium. So here it is neodymium, and the host is the YAG. Okay, so this is a host material like here. So here host used is YAG, that is yttrium aluminum garnet. Okay, Y3Al5O12 yttrium aluminum garnet is the host here. There it is Al2O3 is yttrium. Here it is a 4 level. See that it is 3 level, then here it is a 4 level. From E1 to directly excited state E2, and here it is E3 E4. So here there is 2 level here. So metastable level is 2 here. So you can get stimulated. So here emission takes place between E2 E3, then it comes to ground state like this. So E2 E3, this is where you get the excitation here. And the ground level you can see here, quadruplet I 9/2, then quadruplet I 11/2, then F 3/2, quadruplet F 3/2. So this is the neodymium excitation state, and here this metastable state is of 10 to the power minus 4 seconds more than the ruby. And you can see the excitation energy required here needed is 8000 Armstrong. Okay, 7800 to 8000 Armstrong, and you get the emission here around 10600 Armstrong for the glass neodymium, and 10640 Armstrong for the YAG. So you get little more energy for 10640 YAG, and here it is 10640 for YAG, and 10600 for the glass type of neodymium, this one. So this is how, and if we see the application of this neodymium, so we can see this application in surgical field, okay, and in drilling, machine welding, and you can see in military applications and research like in Raman spectroscopy and all, and etc. So this is how the application of the neodymium. So here completes your optical properties chapter. Okay, so we have completed all three of unit 4, that is optical properties is over, then ionic conductivity is over, then magnetic property is over. Last one, that is electrical properties. So if you complete this electrical property, your 4th unit is completed. So here that will be 100%, 100% your portion will be completed based on this inorganic chemistry. Okay, so this is okay. Thank you.